Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
This what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. And today we're here with Dr. Sarah Thomas, a great lady doing some really neat things in the technology space, education space. And I'm so thankful to have her on this episode of the Success Chronicles. So first off, thanks so much for taking the time to interview.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here. It's great to meet you and to connect with you.
Yeah.
And I look forward to connecting with your audience as well.
Awesome. Well, let's dive into it. I know off air, we talked a little bit about your life story, but if you don't mind sharing your life story and tracking your story till now.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. So, long story short, I'm gonna try to keep it short because I can go on and on. But I'm born and raised native of the DC area. So, born and raised in Virginia. I'm still in Virginia. I work for a large school district in Maryland. This is my 16th year in education, so I've taught every grade from 1st to 12th at some point, as well as in a master's program. I actually came through alternative certification, so it's funny because I was a radio, TV, film undergrad, but I just happened to kind of stumble upon a program where they were looking to get more teachers for a nearby school district. So I had a lot of learning on the job, so to speak, and definitely, but I'm just in love with the field of education. So currently I work with the same school district where I started. I've been here for the whole 16 years, and I work on a team to support technology integration within the school. So we have 208 schools in our district. So I work primarily with about 20 of them, but I support all of them, as all of us on the team do. In addition, I adjunct from time to time, and I'm also the founder of an organization called EduMatch. So that's kind of a little bit about me in a nutshell. So yes.
That's good stuff. Always to give back and making a positive difference. I think is awesome. And I don't know, I think it's really neat when you have someone that you can look up to that's doing pretty neat things, like the technology space. I mean, it is booming, lots of great advances. I was just talking to someone earlier today about, in COVID, so many things people have created with technology, I mean, this is perfect example of, using the technology. And I think it's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. Like things have, it's like dog years when it comes to ed tech, and things can change very rapidly, and they have changed very rapidly. Like the tech we were using back in 2004 when I started, that is obsolete, like
Way.
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely a different world now.
Awesome. Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Oh my goodness. So I would say 3 things that I am proud of. One is finishing the doc program. I always knew I was going to start. I did not always think I was going to finish because that struggle was real at many, many different points. So there were times where I almost didn't make it. So I have to say probably the proudest moment of my life was the day I walked across that stage, because that was over a decade of work. Yeah. I probably hold the Guinness World Record for longest time in the doc program. But I mean, oh my goodness, concussions. A car actually went through the front of my house at one point, like right at the end of the semester. So I mean, there was so much that happened, but I made it. So that was one thing. My goodness, another thing that I've been proud of. I've been really proud of the community. I referenced EduMatch, which is an organization, like a grassroots worldwide organization connecting educators. So that's what we do in a nutshell. And I've just been so proud that people have brought pieces of themselves and help to grow this community and scale it to heights that I would have never dreamed of when this very
Yeah.
first started. So, I'm definitely proud of that. Trying to think of the third thing. Oh my goodness. I would say probably coming to my current position. And the reason I say that is because, I kind of hinted at my rocky start in education. And it took a while for me to get what I would consider good or decent or what have you, a little longer than it probably would have if I had set out to do this at the beginning. But eventually I found my way, and my confidence kind of took a few hits along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But the team that I currently work with, ever since I've known them, and I knew them about maybe a good 5 years before I started working with them, they have poured so much into me. So, and they really helped me redefine the way I saw myself as an educator. They helped me see the leadership capacity in myself. So being able to join them and to potentially do the same for other people, it has really been an honor to do so, because these people I work with are amazing. Like, they are just, oh yeah, I'm proud to work with all of them.
That's awesome. So such a neat journey. Um, Awesome, the things that you're proud of. Awesome to hear that. I would consider all of those things to be super successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
Well, thank you so much. And for my definition of success, and I would say success would encompass when you set a goal and when you make sufficient progress towards that goal, that you feel proud of yourself. You feel, but you don't, it's always a process. It never ends. It's always a journey, and enjoying the journey. I've read enough books that have said, enjoy the journey. Do not just look at that end goal and put blinders on, but just that journey and enjoying, the process and seeing the growth within yourself, and just keep pushing that bar of success forward. That to me is success, when you can make that constant growth and when you can look back and be proud of what you've done.
I love it. I love it. So now, kind of off script here,
Okay.
I got to, no. What I want to do is I'm going to spit out three words or phrases to you.
Okay.
And when I give you those, and it's based off of, maybe something I picked up from what you said throughout your interview, something that may be a sweet spot for you. But if you don't mind, saying what comes to mind when you hear these words, and it could be a word, it could be a phrase, it could be a concept that you may have.
Okay. Sure. Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right. So the first one, I think, technology and life.
Technology and life. My students used to say ball is life, because they would play basketball all day and they would say ball is life. Like, that was something they would say maybe, I don't know, 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
When you said technology and life, then I started thinking technology is life, because that's what it feels like to me, especially in 2020, with the current situation that we're in. But, technology definitely is influenced by life. It helps to facilitate things that we do in life. And I was being kind of tongue in cheek. I wouldn't go so far and say technology is life, but it really does help to facilitate things for us when used correctly. Yeah, but it can also be a distraction in some cases. So that's also another thing. So, there's always shades of gray in there. Nothing's ever purely good or purely bad. So I would say that just having that balance.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish, and that's the word I was gonna say too, is balance. I think
Yeah.
the ability to have balance in everything we do allows us to stay in a good place. I think it allows us to stay humble and hungry. It
Mm-hmm.
allows us to stay even keel and not to get too far out of whack of what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel you on that. It's hard sometimes to find that balance, but when you strike it, then magic happens.
Oh, for sure. And it
Yeah.
also, as you said that, it made me think of discipline. And
Yes.
it's out there to be able to do not so good things, or take the
Hmm.
wrong path, or be involved in something that you probably shouldn't be involved in. But you have to have
Right.
that discipline to be able to know that, hey, I need to focus in and work on this and not worry about the
Yes.
other.
Absolutely. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, a good friend of mine, Mary Alice Curran, Dr. Mary Alice Curran. She has been very influential in my journey to learning more about digital citizenship
Hmm.
and helping to spread that message. So many people. But that's one thing that definitely uh is important to model and to
Yeah.
encourage in students, and even us as adults. I know sometimes I need to apply that discipline to myself to make sure I don't get too swept away in
Yeah.
watching Facebook videos and,
Well,
not doing other stuff.
all right. Good deal. So
Yeah.
the next one we'll hit on is growth.
Growth. I love that. Growth is secret sauce of life,
Come on.
there's yes,
Talking
there's
food. Now you're talking my language.
yeah. I feel you on that, but oh my goodness, like that is the meaning right there, like just everything is a process, everything's a journey, and we definitely want to take steps forward and learn. Sometimes experiences might set us a little backwards in our journey, but still that is growth in itself because we learn not to do that again, or maybe, I could rethink it and do it differently. So but growth is the goal, and it is a journey.
I agree with that. I think it's not winning and losing. I think it's winning and learning.
Yes, yes,
If you have your perspective, yeah, in the right place and have the awareness to see the blessings and the lessons.
yes, I love that, the blessings and the lessons, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the last one we'll hit on, and I'm gonna pause a little bit before I hit you with this one. This is a good one right here. I'm gonna warn
Uh-oh.
you. This is the good one. It's the good
Okay,
part.
all right, I'm getting ready.
Okay. All right. So the last one is legacy.
Legacy. Oh wow.
Yeah. I warned you.
Yeah. That's one I really got to think about, but yeah, legacy is I mean, I guess the simple answer, and I'll elaborate a little bit on it. When everything is said and done, at the end of the day, what do we leave behind? And that is, something that I think about more and more. Like as educators, I think that we all kind of face a legacy when it comes to the end of the school year. Like, what legacy did I leave on my students this year? When I was teaching in the classroom, I would think about that. Like, what have I left with my students? They've left their legacy on me, like it's kind of a two-way thing, right?
Yeah.
Um, but you have those micro legacies and you have the macro legacies, like at the end, all the way at the end, like what are we leaving behind? What stepping stones have we left there that others can then build upon and stand on? So, I mean, that's our lasting mark on the world, I guess.
I love it. I love how you broke down the micro and the macro
Oh,
legacies.
thank
I
you.
think for me, I kind of look at it in a similar way. I think, day to day, it's important to be on point
Hmm.
because when we get to that point where we're blessed to go see the big man, and
Hmm.
we don't want to just have left a legacy. We want to be able to have lived a legacy by our day to day
Yes.
actions.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of in the lines of your micro and macro deal too. And so it's
Hmm.
amazing when we can do those things on a day to day basis because it allows us to uh, be intentional
Hmm.
and live on purpose.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That intentionality is so important.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we get off, if you don't mind sharing with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and show you some love with all of the amazing things you have going on.
Oh, absolutely. And I would love to connect with anybody out there. So my Twitter handle is a little hard to to spell phonetically. I remember I was on Peloton. I have the same name on Peloton, and the instructor gave me a shout out, and she said it. She said
Pour it
it's
up.
Sarah Datache or something like that, but it's Sarah the teacher. Sarah with an H, Teeechur. So Sarah the teacher. So that is my Twitter. That is my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Voxer. It's all the same. And for EduMatch on Twitter, we're edu_match. You can also go to edumatch.org, edumatchfoundation.org, edumatchpublishing.com, or edumatchcourses.com. That's a lot. But that is
doing a lot. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Good problems to have right there.
Thank you so much.
Take a long time to tell you where you can find me. That means you're doing some great things. That's what that means.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
yeah.
Again, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. I truly appreciate it, and I wish you continued success.
Well, thank you so much, Chip. And same to you. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Of course. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.